Hey, it's Philip here. In today's Digital Spark, I'm going to share with you a very simple prompt engineering framework that I use. It's called SCORE, and this has really helped me elevate my prompt engineering game. So SCORE, SCORE, what does the S stand for? Well, this first step is to specify. We need to be specific as to exactly what is the task we want the AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, etc. What do we want them to do for us? The second step is we want to obviously to get them to act as an expert in the thing that we want them to do. So if, for example, say it is we want them to act like a Google Ads expert, say to them, I want you to act as a Google Ads expert with 10 years working in this particular niche. Now, one thing that I have found that has elevated that particular specific piece around giving the AI a persona is to actually upload web verified best practice from Google Ad experts or experts in the particular arena that you're working in, because then ChatGPT, for example, can take that added information and use it as part of its expertise, its learning around what it means to be an expert in that area. So that is the first step. Specify, be specific exactly as to what you are looking for. We'll now move on to C, which is context. So context, what this means is that you want to give, say, ChatGPT the background around the problem you're trying to solve. Potentially, let's just say, for example, it is you're asked to act like a Google Ads expert. You could, for example, give it the background around maybe your sales challenge. So you need to give it the target audience, the people you're trying to attract with your ads, maybe who are some of the competitors, what are they doing? You want to give examples of your branding guidelines, maybe previous ads that were successful, the tone of voice, etc. So that ChatGPT has a full overview of not only the challenge that you face, but potentially how can they create the strategy that is on brand from you, also takes into account potentially some of what the competitors are doing, so that then you can actually be better to actually position your ads with the right message for your target audience. And this also makes the prompt and the prompt response from a ChatGPT even more accurate and more aligned for your brand. So stage 3 is O, and this is the output. You need to be very specific with ChatGPT or any of the LLMs. What is it that you actually, how do you want it to give you back its response? Do you want images? Do you want it in a table format? Do you want bullet points? Do you even want maybe code if you're looking for some type of HTML or JSON code? Be very specific as to how you want the output given back to you that's going to allow you to take that output and integrate it into whatever you are doing. So that's a very important step. Be very clear. If you want an image, tell it that you want it as an image format. If you want it in a table, tell it you want it in a table. Let's go on to step 4. So step 4, which is R, we're now looking for reasoning and references. So we want the ChatGPT, for example, when it's come back with its output for the Google Ads strategy, we want it to give its reasoning as to how it came to its conclusions. We wanted to break it down step by step. And we also wanted to give us the reference sources that maybe it's reviewing that has formed part of its answer. Because if there's anything that you're not happy with, or you feel some of the output could be a little bit outdated, which can happen, particularly with ChatGPT, the latest models are probably only trained up to maybe January 2025. So in that particular case, what you can do is use something like maybe Google Gemini or Perplexity, which have access to the latest up-to-the-minute reference data, and you can bring later, more up-to-the-minute data and bring that back into ChatGPT, for example, and get it to review its output, review its reference material, and update it accordingly. So that's important, that you review exactly how the LLM has actually generated its output and make sure that you're happy with it. And now we're on to the final, but probably one of the most important stages. Let's go to iterate. So the final step, which is the E, is for edit, and obviously, as I mentioned, iterate. And this is important because when you get the final output from your LLM, you want to first of all see, does it really actually meet all of your requirements? Has it given you the output in the format you want? Has it really acted like the expert? Has it followed the branding guidelines, the tone of voice that you shared? Do you feel that the output is up to the minute? Is it relevant for what you need? But something that I have found has really worked well is you don't just take the output there and then that's been given. I would always advise prompt the ChatGPT to critique its own output. And I guarantee you what will happen is it will indefinitely, all the time, find ways to improve its output. So I would suggest that you edit and get it to self-critique and reiterate and even kind of get it to, kind of look at certain things that you're not happy with until you're 100% happy with the final output. And if you do that, you will find that from the first answer you got to the answer that you're choosing are like worlds apart. So that is my SCORE prompting framework. It's the one that I use every day that has helped me to refine and get much better at prompt engineering. It's nice and easy, but I think you'll find it very useful. So stay tuned. I will be back obviously with more Digital Sparks. And if you want more information about myself, do check out my website, philip.twyford.com. Until the next time, take care.